Oh my goodness. No, no, not within the first 10 seconds of me loading in, no. Yes, gravel. Oh my goodness, why? Oh no, nighttime is coming. Oh my, okay, nope, nope. Actually, I need that light back, I can't see. Goodbye, goodbye. Nope, nope, nope. Oh my goodness, no. There we go. Alright, so hello everyone and welcome to GregTech New Horizons. Oh my goodness, am I so excited to start playing this pack. As you saw in that little beginning montage, we have ourselves a little bit of a hole in the ground so far. Maybe if I can still see... No, okay, it's pitch black. Let's grab the torch. Yeah, if you can see this, we have also a little farm going on. So yeah, I decided to just take the liberty of doing all of that stuff. And as you can tell right now, it's nighttime. I can't go outside. I can't do anything basically, other than like maybe dig some more stone, but there's not much point. We can't really do anything with it yet. Or so I thought. No, we have a quest that wants us to get a stack of cobblestone. Well, I guess I better start digging. But yeah, as you can see, we're doing all right on the quest book. We have just a couple of the first quests done. And right now we have one simple goal before we move on to the next chapter of the quest book, which is crafting a single bed. And as you all already know, this is the recipe that we have to deal with. It's gonna be 6 pieces of wool in total and a bunch of wood that I clearly don't have. 13 logs is not gonna cut it, especially because we also have a 1 log to 2 planks ratio, which while that is twice as good as the ratio we had in EP1, it is still absolutely horrendous. A couple more things here to note is that the food system in this pack is absolutely garbage. Look at that, a whole steak gives 1 hunger. Yeah, hunger. Thankfully, the starting quests give you a bunch of food here, more apples, berries, and obviously we do have a farm going on, but that is going to take a while to actually give us anything, so I wouldn't count on it right now. What the hell is it? Dude, I don't know why, but the textures of these ores are also really broken for some reason. That's basaltic mineral sand. Yeah, which is a source of iron, if I remember. Yeah, I think I know why the textures are broken like that. I think I know how to fix it too, but I don't really feel like it. Anyways, get that stone. You can also get 3 pieces of flint here. And with that, there is the furnace. Let's go ahead and also grab the soft mallet while we're here. And to me, that seems like about everything that I can do right now. Oh, there's some checkbook quests here that we can do as well, I guess. Gives a little bit of nice loot. We'll claim everything. That's a lot of garbage. And that's actually our first loot bag. Let's see what we get. Oh my god, wait, night vision? That's honestly not a bad idea. I want to go ahead and gather up a bunch of wood. So I guess I'm gonna go like make, I don't know, 3 axes. Yeah, let's take advantage of this situation here and make wise use of our time. Oh, okay, you can't reach me. You're too stupid for that. Oh, and this is also a brutish zombie, which they barely take any damage at all. I'm not dealing with that guy. Nope, 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 no skeletons. Yeah, I'm not dealing with those guys today. What? Taking me back to my hole in the ground. At least I was able to kill a bunch of time. Right now it's 5 a.m. so morning should be coming soon here. There we go. It's daytime again. Nice. All right, cool. Now we... Nope. Anyways, I'm now going to try and focus on actually getting our bed, which is going to require me to find a bunch of sheep. Ooh, free leather. I will certainly take that. You might also notice that I haven't really been sprinting that much. And that just relates again to the garbage food system that we have here in GTA. It's just absolutely not worth running or jumping for that matter. I should really minimize doing both of those things. Oh, and this is a lavender field. This is actually a really good thing that we found. You can use the lavender for rainbow curry. And this is one of the foods that we need in the quest for the healing axe, which actually will pretty much remove any need for hunger once we have it. So yeah, that's something that we're going to want to aim for. And oh my goodness, finally, a sheep. Why are these things so rare? God damn it. I see one more. Oh, and another one right there. Oh, yes, we hit the jackpot. There's so many sheep here. Oh, and I totally forgot to set a home for our base. I think I will be using /home in this pack because in PL3, I actually did not use it. And I really miss having the ability to teleport back. Although I will say this, once we get into the rocket stuff and space travel, I'm obviously going to be taking the rocket to the planets and back. It feels a little bit cheaty not using up the fuel, which is sort of part of the progression. So yeah, I don't think I'm going to use it for that, but for anything else, that's fair play. Ooh, and you know what I should totally do? I should totally chunk load these guys so that the crops are always growing. All right, awesome. Now I think we should be able to get the bed. Yeah, the quest has been unlocked. So we're gonna need 3 pieces of carpet, which is 2 wool each. That's fun. Then if we get a bunch of sticks, we can get a couple of fences here. Also a horrendous recipe. And then combining all of that with some wood and a soft mallet, we get our bed. Awesome. All right. We can finally skip the night, which is going to be great because I hate the mobs and the mobs hate me too. Ooh, and we also get a door and another loot bag. Let's see what we get out of this one. Salt and a bunch of dyes, which, you know what? I'm not mad at that. These are actually really nice. I also, let me do some remodeling here or some reshuffling because obviously this chest placement is let's go on this corner instead, shall we? And with that, we can now move on to not the tips and tricks, to the Stone Age. Anyways, the first quest here actually gives us a lunch bag. We can put a bunch of different foods in here. And then if we shift right click, that opens it up and we can just eat from this and it should automatically cycle between them, which is really good to have because if you don't know, this pack has diminishing returns. So if you eat the same food more than like 3 or 4 times, it just stops feeding you at all, which is kind of crazy. Ooh, and look at what I just noticed. It's nighttime, which means we can get to use our bed here. Okay, now let's check out the next parts of this quest book. It looks like right now we're working towards tinkers, which is all going to start by gathering clay, sand, and gravel. 2 stacks of each. So I'm going to bring a couple dozen shovels here and get to digging. I'll see you back in a bit. Alright, so we're back, and I've gathered up all of the materials here, as you can see. I did get a little bit more sand and clay than the quest wanted, because I know for our next goal here, we are going to need quite a lot of both of those materials. And also, hold on, let me get a couple more chests here. We're almost full on storage. I should really start sorting my stuff out, but that's not gonna happen for a while. Anyways, the next quest wants us to smelt a couple pieces of stone here. Oh, and we can get a chisel out of this. I'm definitely gonna take that because this is the recipe. While that stuff is cooking, I'm gonna go ahead and mine up a bunch of trees, because now we're actually starting to get into tinkers. From what it looks like in the quest book, we have to go through this, get the forming press, and then we can get into the coke oven, which lets us make charcoal. And I think that's my current goal right now. Obviously, also getting some tinker tools would be nice. The problem with that is the blank pattern recipe. It's just 4 pieces of paper, so you would think it's not that bad. But if you look at the recipe for paper, yep, that's fun. Bucket crafting and wood pulp, what is this? Grinding down logs, yeah. So I'm gonna spend a little bit of time chopping this up. The ratio looks like it's 2 logs for each piece of paper, and I want to have 16 of them, which is like, what, 4 blank patterns? That's nothing. I'm gonna need so much more. God damn it. Maybe I'll go for 32 instead. Alright, so I've got myself here a little over a stack of wood, which I'm hoping is going to be enough. Oh, and it looks like we didn't have enough fuel to smelt all of the stone. That's fine. Now, before I do this, there is one thing here in the quest book that it recommends, which is this thing right here, the paper bark sapling. And this is supposedly going to drop us paper, which is actually really nice to have. Although to craft it, we need a jungle sapling and a piece of paper. That's fine. We can get this. But the jungle sapling, ooh, we can buy that actually with this quest. Yeah, so the quests have been giving us a bunch of these coins. And look at that. I have the perfect amount of forest ranger coins to buy this. Let's grab the jungle saplings. Oh, and it looks like I already have a piece of paper. I think I found this somewhere dropped on the ground, so we can just craft our bark sapling here and go ahead and plant that. Matter of fact, I might even have some bone meal. There we go. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Oh, and I didn't get any more saplings from that. That's fine, I guess. I think actually we can just place down the logs. And I'm guessing this will just randomly grow another piece of paper for us. Oh, by the way, the stone is also ready. And the next quest calls us to get mortars. I'm gonna get a couple here. Okay, now it wants us to grind up some of this clay. Then we compress this down into dust, and that we can use to make buckets. Oh, which we then have to smelt. I do actually want 2 buckets now, so let's get that. Okay, and now, oh no, the paper quest is a crafting task. God damn it. I actually have to go craft all that wood. Okay, that's fine. You know what? We'll just make the bare minimum that the quest wants, which is that. Now we get to use up the shoreline. Because, by the way, GTA NH doesn't have infinite water. Now, is me taking the buckets out of this pond making the landscape look absolutely horrendous? Yeah. Oh, and quest. But also, it doesn't matter. I think we're going to be moving out of this area pretty soon. So who cares if there's like a bunch of holes in the ground? Anyways, now we can get our paper here and craft that into the patterns. And the next quest wants us to make all the stuff from Tinker. Yeah, I could totally do that if I had just a couple pieces of string here. So there's the part builder, the stencil table, the tool station, and for some reason, a pattern chest. All right, nice. For now, I'm going to place all of this stuff in here and we're not going to worry about it. We get a few more blank patterns from the quest. I can also craft a couple more. There's 6. And actually, that might be enough to get our first Tinker tool. Let's see. The quest wants us to make all of these tool parts out of flint, which I'm on board with. And I guess I'll just use wooden tool rods. Our flint pickaxe, flint axe, shovel. Yeah, that's it. Nice, awesome. With that, we're gonna go ahead and take a break here, and we can come back later to actually make more progress. So yeah, see you in a bit. Alright, so welcome back. As you saw, I've been doing a little bit of progress. And yeah, I went ahead and made myself the wooden form. We then used that for the coke oven bricks, and now we're just smelting those. We're gonna need 104 for a full coke oven. Anyways, the cool thing about having these Tinker tools is that now we can just repair them with flint, instead of making an entire new tool every time. Which is great, because these ones are absolutely garbage. And now that I think about it, I'm actually gonna go ahead and get a mattock here as my shovel and axe. Although, for a couple things like gravel, yeah, it doesn't mind gravel that well, nor sand. So I still need the shovel for that. Oh, and before I forget, I do want to plant myself these jungle saplings. Oh, and there we go. Our coke ovens are done. For now, we're gonna stick this in the wall a little bit, I guess. And great, of course, there's gravel. Hey, we get a trophy. Nice. And there we go. So with this, if only I had any more wood, that's gonna get us charcoal, finally. Ooh, and looking ahead, the next quest here will give us an iron pickaxe head, but we have to trade 4 stacks of cobblestone for that. I guess it's time for base expansion. Oh, the pickaxe broke. Thankfully, we can just repair it really quickly. Man, I love tinkers. Oh, and since we have charcoal now, we can finally make our own torches. Yeah, awesome. Time to light up this place. Ooh, we just got an extra modifier on our pickaxe. Can't really do much with that right now. We don't have any like redstone or lapis, but you know, it's there once we need it. Okay, so a little bit later, we can now pick up 6 pieces of charcoal, which is enough for this quest. This is actually a consume quest for an extra bucket. I'm definitely taking that. And then with that, we can checkbox quest, okay? And now we can submit our 4 stacks of cobblestone. Wait, no, I'm missing 1 piece, wait. And with that, we get an iron pickaxe head. Awesome. I think I'm gonna take an iron shovel from this. And we're gonna wait a little bit before we upgrade, because obviously we don't have any iron to actually be able to repair the pickaxe once we have it. So for now, we're gonna need to start looking into finding some ore veins. We're gonna try and look for iron, tin, and copper. Those are the 3 main materials right now. But it would definitely also help to get a redstone vein. Now, pressing F9 a couple times lets us now see the center of ore chunks. Yeah, this blue box right here. Let's dig down, preferably in a staircase manner. Okay, and it looks like we ended up in a cave. Yeah, I'm not taking that ore vein. Oh yeah, I should probably mention this. Ores in GregTech don't spawn like usual. Instead, every few chunks, there's one chunk that's called an ore chunk. You can see it in the top left. And if you keep digging down at the center of that chunk, you'll be able to find a specific ore vein with a bunch of different ores that are related to each other. Let's try and see what this one is. Oh, and there's small spodumene ore here. Usually the small ores are an indicator on what vein is below. Mining level. Wait, does that mean we can... Yeah, there we go. We can mine these small ores now. Now, looking at the JEI, spodumene ore actually belongs to a salt vein. Although usually salt veins are pretty high up. Why is this thing... Why haven't I still found this thing? Oh, no! My pickaxe is broken. God damn it. Okay, but I'm like 99% sure this is a salt vein. I found some small salt ore here. So yeah, not exactly what we're looking for. Okay, yeah, I should definitely grab the tool station with me. Oh, and I guess while I'm here, let me stick all the ore-related stuff in a separate chest. I'm also gonna grab my bed with me. I realize I should probably do this. And set a home right now. All right, this time let's check out an ore vein that's over here. Oh, and I see a Thaumcraft thingy over there. Okay, yeah, there's literally a boss bar of the guy. I'm not going anywhere near him. Oh, okay, appetite. Not really useful for us, but maybe in the future. We should be able to also toggle the minimap to show us ore veins. Yeah, there we go. And you know what I just realized? We literally live inside of an iron vein. Why didn't I think of that? So actually, yeah, since we have some repair material, we should totally be able to upgrade all of our stuff. Although it has to be fully repaired first. The shovel as well. And now I'm gonna do a little bit more prospecting. Hopefully I'll find a good ore vein soon enough. And of course, yeah, then I'll bring you back. What is that? Poison ivy. I am absolutely furious right now. I've just spent the past hour or so looking for copper ore, and out of all of these veins that you can see in the chat that I've prospected, here's all of them on the minimap, there's just not a single copper ore vein near my base. God damn it. Although fortunately, I think I have a solution for that. But before we get into it, let me go ahead and show the progress so far. We've been able to find a bunch of redstone. We also have a little bit of gold, some zinc gravel. This is going to be really nice. We found lots of tin and plenty of iron, which is cooking right now in the furnaces. For a very specific reason, which is over here in this quest, the important tools. See, my plan for getting copper involves crafting one of these ore finder wands. And as you can tell by the recipe, it's gonna need a couple of tools here for us to actually be able to get. Although hopefully it shouldn't be that bad. I have plenty of iron to work with here. Let me see if I can do these from memory. So there's the hammer, and then the wrench goes something like this. Yes. With a couple of plates, we should be able to make the file. Yep. We use that to make a few rods, and then that's used in making the screwdriver. With a few more plates here, we can then use that to make a saw blade, combine that with a stick for a saw. So now with that, we're gonna need to grab a piece of gold. So there you go. And yeah, I might as well also process the rest of the iron. Oh, and I forgot to mention this, but I did go ahead and fix the bug textures for the ores. Yeah, you can see all the ores actually look like ores now. Turns out I was just missing a couple of Java arguments from the from my instance settings. Anyways, I just remembered now for our next part, we're gonna want a lot of hammers because I want to start processing up this redstone. We're gonna need it. Yep, there's 5 stacks. Nice. And then we can crush all of this down. 3 stacks should be fine for now. Now we're gonna want a cauldron, which is made something like this. Yeah. Oh, and maybe I should explain this a little bit more, but in GregTech, you don't just smelt the raw redstone ore for redstone. No. That would be too easy. You have to hammer it down for the crushed redstone, then hammer that again for the impure pile, and then you use a cauldron with some water. Oh, hello, creeper. But yeah, with the water cauldron, you can then throw in the dust, and that cleans it out. And actually, just as that quest mentioned, we can now use our redstone to upgrade the pickaxe. We're gonna make a crafting station. And then with this, we should be able to surround the tool. And yeah, that makes it a little bit faster to apply the redstone. Oh, and each level of haste is 50 redstone. I think I'm gonna do 2 levels then. Anyways, enough rambling. Let's get our golden rod, make that into the gold ring. And I think we're gonna need a few more iron rods here. This is also the part where we need the redstone. We can magnetize the rod. And that actually should be it. Nice. And the way this thing works is that you can place in any material and start walking around. And then once you're on top of that specific ore vein, it'll make an annoying noise that you can definitely recognize. Although that does beg the question, where do we get copper from? Because we need the copper ore to actually prospect for it. Oh, wait. Yeah, the quest gives us copper ore. That's why I was doing this. I just remembered, yeah. Yeah, so we can plop in the copper ore there. And now hopefully I should be able to find a vein soon enough. Oh, there's actually no way. This is literally the first ore vein that I checked out with the ore finder wand. Are you kidding me? Three copper veins right next to each other. Oh my goodness, that's insane. Also, hey, more gardens. But yeah, anyways. Oh my goodness, finally. Yep, this is awesome. I also noticed there's quests for all of these ore veins. We already have the redstone quest. For iron, I'm just missing a bunch of garbage here. Malachite, I'm just missing yellow limonite. And copper ore, I'm gonna gather all of this up. Yeah, I might as well get the quest while I'm at it. So yeah, I'm gonna be mining here for a while, and then I'll meet you back. Okay, so welcome back. We finally have our copper and lots of it too. I also managed to pick up a piece of lapis here that we can use in finding ores. I just learned that instead of using the ore to actually find stuff, you can actually use the already processed ingot. At least I think. I haven't tested it yet, but I heard that it's true. All right, let's get all this stuff smelting here. And by the way, I've been using creosote buckets as fuel. It's actually pretty good. It's 32 items per bucket. And I'm not really doing anything else with it right now, so. But yeah, anyways, I think I'm gonna take a few moments here now to try and reorganize the base a little bit, since we're actually a lot closer to the Steam age than I thought we were. And I definitely don't want to be living in whatever this mess is once that happens. So yeah, we'll be back in a few. Alright, so welcome back and welcome to our new base, which I'm not gonna lie, could do with some more aesthetical work around the edges, but that doesn't matter right now. But yeah, check it out. I have completely revamped a lot of things. Well, mainly our storage area, and I tried to somewhat keep it organized. We have like all the building blocks, all the mob loot, some random garbage here, any blocks. I also decided to craft up some drawers for things like cobblestone and clay. We had way too much of this stuff. Some ores as well, all of the GregTech stuff. And then in the middle here, I have my little crafting station set up. This is what I always do. So I have all the processed resources here, and I can craft with those. And then all of the GregTech tools are here, so I can craft with those. And if you look at it here, these two crafting stations are connected to this chest, and then these two are connected to this one. Just in case I need to do multiple things at once, but I don't think that's going to happen for a while. Anyways, the coke oven has remained in the same place just because I didn't want to void all this creosote oil. That's 14 buckets right there, which is quite a bit of fuel. And then over here, I decided to place down my bed, all the tinker stuff, and then in this area here, I want to place down the smeltery once we have it. Also, nighttime, let's sleep. Anyways, yeah, that should be everything about the base. The other stuff that has happened is I've actually crafted myself a tinker sword here, which was recommended here in the quest book, your first flint sword. We have the flint blade and a bone wide guard, and it does 6 attack damage, which is not that bad. Oh, and also speaking of tools, I did go ahead and add a piece of lapis to my pickaxe, so now we have a little bit of fortune, and it does level up every time that you mine. So as you can see, I only put in 1 piece at the beginning, but now we have 17 lapis, which is great. That means I don't have to spend any extra lapis to get more fortune, because as you can tell, I have 0 lapis anyway. But all right, now with that over, let's get into the next part of this, the bronze boiler, which is our gateway into the steam age. For this, we're going to want to crush up a bunch of tin dust and also a bunch of copper, and then combining that at a 3-to-1 ratio gets us a little bit of bronze. Oh, fireworks. Now we have to smelt this up, which is going to take absolutely forever, because we need half a stack for the quest. Alright, now let's see what we're gonna need. Bronze plates, bricks, blast furnaces, and that looks like it. And this should be all the garbage that I need. Yeah, NEI is crazy in here. It tells you all the material costs, which is great. Although I did forget to pin one of these recipes. So let me see about gathering all this stuff up. Alright, and there you go. Nice. I was actually kind of starting to miss the PO3 quest complete sound, but it's good to know that reaching milestones gives you a very majestic one. I think this one also has a trophy, but to actually get trophies, I think you just have to pick it up. For some reason, actually crafting it doesn't do anything. Well, now that we're getting into the steam, we also need some water generation. And our only option so far, I think, is the water tank siding here from Railcraft. But the amount of water that it produces does depend on the humidity of the biome. And over here where I'm standing, it's 80%. But where I want to place down the steam setup, it's only 60, which is not great. Does that mean I'm gonna have to maybe place the water tanks here and then pipe it all the way over there? Might honestly be the play here. Yeah, you know what? I guess I will. Although before we can do that, there is one more quest here. If I can figure out the recipe. Is it like this? Yeah, for the large bronze fluid pipe. And I'm hoping... Oh, and the quest gives you 2 wood to iron chest upgrades. Okay, I'll keep the upgrades in here for now because I don't really need them yet. Oh, and the boiler quest gives us some more bronze pipes. Let me see about claiming all these quest rewards. Hold up. Oh, and I just noticed we get hollow glasses. Wait, this is so cool. We can see items that are in containers without opening it. And I think it can be toggled on and off. Yeah, it even has a bobble slot. Awesome. Oh, there we go. I found it. This is the quest for the water tank. Yeah. And it looks like for us to craft it, we're going to need 26 water tank sidings, which is going to need 26 sticky resin. And that comes from rubber tree saplings. I have on me 9. That's not a bad start. I'm just going to have to plant all of these trees down. And I do know for maximum efficiency, they have to be spaced a couple blocks apart. 2 blocks each. And now we wait. Or, you know, we can just use a little bit of bone meal. I should be able to just chop those trees down for resin. But what the quest recommends here, and it should help us get a lot more out of our trees, is the tree tap. And of course, the recipe is absolutely horrendous. I'm going to make a bunch of these wooden fluid pipes, since I think I can use these to route water around, which should be good. And 200 liters per second, that's not a bad rate. We're not going to be generating more water than that, I don't think. Okay, cool. There we go. There's 2 tree taps. So yeah, we should be able to come to these orange spots and just extract resin out of them. I'm going to try and use up all these tree taps at some point. But then after that, I think I'm just going to manually chop the trees for any more resin because these things are stupid to craft. I don't think it's worth it in my opinion. Anyways, now with like 52 iron rods, there goes the file. And maybe with a little more wood, I don't think I have enough. We should be able to now get our water tank. Nice. And it looks like this is the biome with 80% humidity, so I'm gonna place the tank here. By the way, these guys work twice as fast if you give them sky access. And it looks like right now, ooh, we're making 20 liters of water per second. That's not great, but it should work for now. I think these guys also auto output. Yeah, there we go. The boiler's getting water. Oh, and by the way, putting fuel in the boilers, if they don't have water, will get them to explode. So definitely make sure to solve your water problems first. I got a bunch of charcoal. Let's try that. We should have a decent amount of water. Oh, and it makes a little noise. I'm pretty sure this water tank is going to be making more than enough water for this thing to work. It shouldn't run out and explode on us, hopefully. All right, I guess we'll go ahead and place a few pipes here. We can plug this into our steam machines. And just to make the pipes a little more TPS friendly, we can lock the fluid pipes to the direction that they're supposed to flow. So that should be good. Oh, and look at that. We're getting steam. Nope. Don't get next to a hot pipe. But yeah, we're getting steam. Awesome. Now our next goal is obviously going to be making some sort of a machine to use up that steam. And it looks like the quest wants us to make an alloy smelter, which looks like it's going to need more bricks. God damn it. I'll make like a stack, sure. The rest of the materials, though, that we need for this doesn't seem that bad. Just 2 furnaces and some more pipes, which is easy enough. Okay, and with a little more crafting, we can now get the steam alloy smelter. Awesome. All right, we'll connect this guy up to the pipes. There we go. And you can see that the steam is going up in the machine. Nice. Looks like water's keeping up. We still have plenty of fuel. I think, oh yeah, we can muffle the machine here. I don't want to hear that. And the first thing the quest wants us to make is some red alloy. Let's just try and get 1 for now, because I don't think our steam generation is going to be enough for this. If you look in the JEI, it says, let's select the steam. We need 640 liters of steam per second. That's a lot. How much do we generate? Only 120 liters. Okay, that's not great. Although I guess in total, we only need 3.5 buckets of steam. And we have 12 in the buffer. So I guess we can craft a couple of them. Oh, and look at that. Red alloy is done, but we need to vent the steam. Yeah, totally forgot about that. We just need to wrench one of the output sides. I do want to hear the sound of the alloy smelter. Sounds like a microwave. Oh, and if you don't muffle it, it actually has some steam particles, which is nice. Yeah, that's cool, but we are running out of steam. Stop that. All right, well, I think with that, actually, we're going to wrap up the episode here. We've done quite a bit of progress for one day, especially with the unlock of steam machines. I did not think we were going to do that. And I think I'll craft the rest of the red alloy in between the episodes. I'll definitely be mining a lot as well. We're out of tin and almost out of copper. We want a lot more bronze and iron as well. And I definitely want to start looking into the Tinker's Smeltery. That should allow us to upgrade our tools, which I definitely want at this point. Although actually, before we end it, I'm gonna go ahead and dump all my stuff here in this chest. And now I want to claim all of the quest rewards that we have so far. It looks like this is all the garbage that we got. Whoa, that's a lot of food actually. Hold up. That's gonna be great for when I'm mining. We got a netherrack tool rod, which I definitely want to add to my pickaxe. It'll give me more durability, yeah. Anyways, we're also left with a couple of bags. Let's try and open them up. Okay, not really great. And it's also not that great. Oh, my crops chest is almost full, so I guess I can upgrade one of them. I guess that was kind of nice. We can put all the food in here. I'll eat it later. Anyways, I think with that, we gotta wrap up the episode here. We'll come back next time to do all the stuff that I said we're gonna do. For now, though, have a great rest of your day.